Hi, Chris here, and in this video I want to talk about the fact of eating in regards to feeding the emotional body, and the fact that really at the deepest core of what makes every part of the cell, what part of DNA, the telomeres, which are a part of the caps of the chromosomes, every component of your body all comes down to energy. This is where the term that we get from you're low in energy or you're high in energy is the fact that everything works at its core through energy, so quantum energy. And here at Truly Holistic, that's what we do. We work on the quantum energy. So the energy at the deepest levels of why your DNA works, why your chromosomes works, why your organs and your cells work and your atoms work, and every component that manifests up from that vibration of energy. That is the core of everything. So when we look around, whether it's a physical thing like a cup or a mug or a piece of furniture, a table, it is all vibration, it is all energy. Okay, we may touch it and think that this is physical and this feels different, but what makes a table different than a chair is it just has a different vibration, a different signature in regards to its energy. So everything at its core is quantum energy. So here at Truly Holistic, I'm a quantum energy healer. That's the level that I work at. And if we can make a change there and remove an energy or a stressor that's causing a problem at that level, then every layer above that will manifest health and well-being because we're removing the stressor of it at an extremely deep level. So thinking about quantum energy and just thinking about the kind of what's in at the moment in regards to mainstream nutrition, mainstream dietary advice and so on, is the fact that intermittent fasting and fasting is huge at the moment. And what intermittent fasting is, well, let's say what fasting is not eating food, okay? So if you're fasting off food, then you're not eating food, okay? And what we know is when we're not eating food, the energy that our body utilizes can be used to work on the body and repairing and healing parts of the body that need to be healed. Now, when we have food in our stomach, then a lot of our energy goes to digesting that food. So therefore, certain areas of the body that need healing get left out, and therefore that health problem will occur to will worsen. So they've found that obviously the body can heal itself a lot better if it's not being impaired by digestion. So this whole thing about fasting is the fact that it allows the energy, the body to utilize this energy to heal itself, because that's what the body knows what to do, and without having to expend all that energy to digest just food. So what's happening now is people are really getting into intermittent fasting. And what that means is having a big chunk of your 24-hour period of the day where you don't eat anything. And just, you might be just drinking water or taking some other fluids. Some people do a fasting or intermittent fasting of solid food. So they'll just have smoothies, juices, and water. Some people will just do a water fast or a dry fast where you don't eat or drink at all. But what intermittent fasting is all about is the fact that you may have a period where you have your dinner. Say you have your dinner at 6 o'clock at night. After your dinner, you won't eat anymore. Okay, and that might be, you might go to bed at night at 10 o'clock at night. So that'd be 4 hours where after your dinner you haven't eaten anything. And then if you're then sleeping at night, if you're getting, say, 8 hours of sleep at night or 7 hours of sleep at night, all of a sudden that stretches out to be 12 hours where you haven't eaten a single thing. And the word breakfast actually comes up, it actually means you're breaking your fast, okay? Because when we're asleep, we aren't eating, okay? So that's 12 hours. Then all of a sudden you want to stretch that time for when you wake up in the morning till your first meal in the day. And, for me, I'll have my dinner at night, could be anywhere between 6 to 7:30. Then after that, won't eat anymore, and then obviously have 8 hours sleep or 7 hours sleep. And then, if I can, I try and stretch out those first few hours in the morning where I don't eat at all. Sometimes that I won't have something to eat until about 10 o'clock in the morning. On days that I'm able to do it, I won't have anything to eat until early mid-afternoon. So you're really stretching that period of time where you're not eating. And especially when I've got a line of treatments of clients during the day, and I'm doing the quantum energy work, it'll be the mid-afternoon, and I just realized I haven't had breakfast, I haven't had lunch, and I actually don't feel hungry. And so this concept has come to me, the fact that really when we're eating, we're really only feeding the emotional body, okay? Because quantum energy is everywhere. We can get energy, and everything is energy. So while I'm doing work with quantum energy and helping people with their health problems, is the fact that I'm keeping a high vibration of energy, and that's all the body really requires. At its deep core, that's all it requires. When you're eating something, what your body is really looking for is vibration, high vibrational foods, so it can take in that energy. We may say that's minerals, we may say that's vitamins, but at the core of it's just energy. And if we're eating food that doesn't have a lot of minerals in it and is really been cooked, say deep fried, there's not a lot of vibration in that food. And what end up happening, this whole exchange, you don't actually absorb a hell of a lot of vibration from that food, but it's taking a lot of your energy because you're having to digest it. So I just wanted to talk about the fact that, you know, I can go for many, many hours without eating. For example, last night, I had something to eat. Would have been 8 to 8:30 at night. It was a bit more of a later dinner than I normally have because I was very busy with treating people, the clients. And now at the time of this video, it is now 1:30 in the afternoon, and I haven't eaten anything since last night. I don't feel hungry. All I'm done this morning up to this point is just drink fluids, drinking water, and spring water, which is highly mineralized, highly structured water. Again, that comes to, again, energy and sacred geometry. Structure and geometry are all the same. My tools that I use here, geometry. The tool I use most of the time, Visca Pisces. They're all shapes. It's geometry. What you want to be getting if you are in the food that you do eat and the water that you drink, you want structure, you want formation, and that's where the word information comes. Because if things have formation, it has a memory, it holds onto information, which then helps your body out at a really deep level, at a genetic level, at a DNA level. That's why it's very important that eating foods that are non-GMO, because when they're genetically modified organisms and foods, they're really manipulating the DNA. We don't want to be taking that on because it can have an effect on our DNA. And what is cancer? Manipulation or a mutation of our DNA and replication of cell growth. So anyway, I thought I'd do this video just to talk in regards to the fact that keep in mind that this whole thing about intermittent fasting is a really good concept in regards to nutrition and wellness, and just the fact that once you do that, you'll realize and you'll learn how to not have to eat so much food, and you'll realize that actually when you're eating a lot of food, how depleted your energy levels are, and actually when you are having a good length of time where you're not eating, where you've got control of your emotions. Remember that a lot of the times we reach out for food because something in us is telling us to eat. Whether that's a stressor in regards at work, you're feeling real stressed, something's happened at work, something's happened with a colleague, with a friend that's really made you feel really emotionally upset. You reach out for food in those kind of situations. It all comes down to emotions. If we can control our emotions, we can really control our ability to not have to eat so much. Okay, and just be sustained on drinking water and awakening ourselves that actually energy is all around us. It's this whole concept of Star Wars, the Force is all around us. It's so true. That is, energy is all around us. Everything that we see, everything that we don't see as well, that is beyond the frequency of the bandwidth of what we see, is also energy. So I just really wanted to do this video in regards to just please be aware of your thoughts and emotions at times where it's telling you to eat. You may be just dehydrated, you may just need to drink water. You may need to just work on what those emotions are, where they're coming from, why they're coming up. And here at Truly Holistic, I'm getting clients coming up to me that say, I just don't feel myself. And, lo and behold, we're having to remove entities that manipulate your sympathetic nervous system or part of the nervous system to make you feel that way, that you're not yourself, that you crave sugar or you crave certain foods, which is all to do with, this whole weight gain phenomenon. People are just eating because they're not addressing their emotional problems. And these emotional problems could be entities, could be negative energies like witchcraft and so on we need to clear out, and reconnecting the soul back with the physical body and making energy changes and those sorts of things. So also parasites are a big one. Parasites really dictate the way you feel and way you think to try and get you to eat more foods that they want to digest and utilize. And that in regards to that's mainly sugar. Now, if you feel like you're really struggling to stop eating sugar and you keep getting these thoughts in your head, you need something sweet, well, those thoughts might not be your own. They could be an entity, they could be a parasite. Because parasites, if they've been in your body long enough, they use your body as a way of them getting the nutrition they want, and they love sugar. When you look at the dentistry of a lot of worms and tapeworms and parasites, when they really magnify under a microscope, they find out that they've got really bad dental work because they eat sugar, just like us. But it's a great environment for a body if you're eating a lot of sugar for parasites and pathogens, certain bad bacteria as well, which we always have to a certain degree in our body, and we're always picking up eggs and larvae of parasites. It's just the ability to keep the body in a high vibrational state, which it just enables them to go through the body and transit out very quickly instead of them sticking around in your body. And if they stick around your body, it's usually because the environment in your body is pro them and anti you, because you're consuming too much sugar, your body's too acidic, and there's also negative energies in place that are enabling them to live in your body for a long time. And if they're there for many years or many decades, then all of a sudden they can put egg nests and larva eggs all over the body, which is really reducing your vibration and your energy down and manifesting a physical problem. That could be heart disease, that could be diabetes if they're in your pancreas. That could be a tumor in the brain if they've built up a nest in your brain. It could be many things. So just please keep in mind, the message here is to keep in mind in regards to trying to control your emotions. If you can't control your emotions, it could be you may need to do a parasite cleanse, you may need to get entities, negative energies out of your body. Organizing an appointment with me to work on these things is very valuable, and booking in a session so we can remove all the negative entities and attachments within especially your sympathetic nervous system and other areas of the nervous system that are making you feel this way, because they feed off low vibrational emotions and thoughts like despair, fear, hate, all these sorts of things that we get really instilled within us in regards to are we eating the right things, eating the wrong things, this whole cycle of kind of despair and kind of when we're eating foods, we kind of hate ourselves. So why are we eating these foods? They're not good for us, but we keep being attracted to them. And it's about removing all that and just loving what you do and loving what you eat, and really take on the board this whole intermittent fasting thing, is the fact that this is really a gift to your body, because you're allowing the body enough time and enough energy for that body to use on itself, to repair itself and heal itself. And the body can do miraculous things when it's given the environment to do so. And part of that environment is giving it enough time where it doesn't have to use its energy to be digesting food all the time. And just make sure that of sources where you can get energy from, and that could be structured water, that could be really mineralized foods, that could be doing meditation, that could be doing Reiki, that could be using crystals to absorb energies from, and it could be obviously doing energy appointments as well to instill energies within you, as well as removing all the demonic and negative energies that are keeping your vibration levels down, which are really encouraging you to continue to eat junk food and all those sorts of things, and eat food just in general, so it doesn't enable the body to heal itself. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the video. Put questions down if you want questions answered, or get in touch with me. Go to my website at trulyholistic.net. You can leave a message there. Also go leave a comment here on my YouTube channel as well. Go to my Facebook page on Truly Holistic. Get in touch with me there. Thanks you for watching, and thank you for listening.